Chip sits at the sticks of his Class 3 transport ship, hands folded neatly in his lap while the vessel sails through the Arrowhead Galaxy at speeds eclipsing several 100,000 kilometers per second. The hum of the Xenium drive, along with the beeps and chimes of the navigation system, are all that fill the air of his family's vessel. In the cargo bay are 1,000 tons of warp drive coolant, ready to be delivered to the Bacarian homeworld of Javatra for their fleet of top-of-the-line ships. Chip's attention is momentarily averted. He calmly picks up his hand and presses the button for his virtual assistant, Alice.
What do you got for me, Alice?
All systems operating as expected, Chip. We have plenty of fuel to get to the Amaldi system and back, and according to my navigation, we should arrive a full hour before our haul is due. I'd say we're back in a comfortable rhythm after such a long break from deliveries. Wouldn't you?
Thank you, Alice. Let me know if anything changes.
Few moments pass by before Alice once again gets the attention of her captain.
What is it, Alice?
You seem distracted, Chip. What are you thinking about?
Distracted? How can you know whether or not I'm distracted? I'm flying the exact same way I have for the last 130 years.
Well, you keep checking the cargo bay every 30 seconds, and you haven't started any of your travel logs. Furthermore, your core temperature is 15 degrees lower than normal, and that suggests a slower than average clock speed on your central processor, which in turn suggests that you aren't taking in your surroundings like you normally do and are thereby distracted.
Alice, you know what? Do me a favor. Don't monitor my core temperature anymore.
Affirmative.
For a brief moment, silence returns to the cabin. Chip is momentarily at peace again before Alice interrupts.
So you're not going to tell me?
Tell you what, Alice, it's not your job to be my personal therapist, nor is it my job to indulge these pointless questions of yours. Now, do you want to have a tea party and talk about our feelings, or do you want to complete our mission? That cargo back there has to get to Javatra, and all I need from you is to make sure I don't turn into a stain on the side of an asteroid. You got it?
Alice's silence speaks volumes. Chip's aggression is out of character for him. For years, Alice and Chip have been an inseparable duo in the vast expanse of the Arrowhead Galaxy, the two working in tandem to deliver shipment after shipment of the best engine coolant found in any sovereign system. However, since the accident, Chip has been a shell of his former self.
Listen, I'm sorry, Alice. I don't want to be mad at you, and I certainly don't want to hurt your feelings.
I don't have feelings to hurt.
You know what I mean. This is only my second flight since what happened, and that's really all I can think about at the moment. I just can't get... I can't get that image out of my head.
What happened wasn't your fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. You know that.
I know that. But if I had done my proper cargo checks before takeoff, it never would have happened, and you and I wouldn't even be having this conversation. I got sloppy, and he paid for my mistakes.
None of this would have happened if he hadn't sneaked onto the ship in the first place.
Don't you think I know that? Do you think I haven't played this scenario out in my head 1,000,000 times a day? He shouldn't have been on my ship, but he was. It still happened. It happened on my ship, on my watch, and now I have to live with that. Not you, me.
Once again, silence fills the cabin. The heaviness of the situation creates an awkward tension that weighs heavy on Chip and Alice alike. For the next several hours, the two stay silent, content to let each other deal with their feelings alone.
Yeah, Alice.
Since we're so ahead of schedule, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to make a detour over to the Tomb system. It's on the way, and reports are saying that Dogberry is experiencing an unprecedented level of solar flares right now. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful sights in the galaxy.
Well, Alice, you know, that does sound nice, but we really should be staying on schedule.
Of course. I just wanted you to know that we were nearby in case you wanted... It's okay. I'll let you know when we are close to Javatra.
Chip feels guilty for the way that he acted earlier. He knows that Alice is only trying to help him move past his regret, and he shouldn't be taking it out on her. As a gesture of friendship, Chip decides to take her up on the suggestion.
You know what? You're right. How many chances are we going to get to witness a solar storm in person? Update the course to Tombs.
Alice quickly drops the ship out of FTL speeds, and after a few quick keystrokes from Chip, the ship immediately disappears into the void as it races toward Dogberry. After a relatively short jaunt by the intergalactic standards, the ship arrives on the edge of the Tomb system, and already the red giant is exploding with a dazzling display of reds, oranges, blues, and purples. Flares shoot off from the surface of the star in quick succession, rapidly combining with pockets of hydrogen, helium, and other elements to create a kaleidoscope of different colors.
Well, how about that? That sure is something.
How is it? Can you describe it to me?
Well, I've just never seen such a... It certainly exceeds its reputation. This is beautiful. Thank you, Alice.
You're welcome, Chip.
Chip and Alice sit in awe of what they are experiencing. Chip tries to describe the beauty of the phenomenon, but fails spectacularly to do it justice. The two laugh for the first time in months, and for a brief moment forget about the burdens they carry with them. For several minutes, the two sit in silence, each feeling a renewed sense of purpose as the cosmos bathes the ship in the most magnificent light show in history. In their moment of tranquility, the two are interrupted by the red light of an alert flashing on Chip's console, signaling them of an incoming transmission.
Captain, we are receiving a shortwave transmission localized from a nearby ship. Shall I plot a course out of this system?
No, it's fine. Let it through.
You're connected.
Welcome to the birthplace of the universe, my friend. Together we pause at the precipice of eternity and stand with arms open, ready to welcome it with a warm embrace. My name is Rufus. Are you a drifter too, or just passing through?
Nothing you just said made any sense to me at all.
First timer. Nice. Me and my crew are known as solar drifters. We go from system to system, hoping to find the next star experiencing a solar event. The energy released during these moments is unlike anything you've ever witnessed before. In that instant, you are on the receiving end of a direct line to the life-giving properties of the universe herself. Some say that if you look into the eye of a dying star, right at the moment of critical mass, you see the origins of the entire universe. Like a window through time and space into the most pure moment of existence.
That seems lovely and all, but we should probably be getting on.
This could be fun. Obviously, you don't need to subscribe to their newsletter or anything, but what's the harm in enjoying this beautiful event with people who travel the entire galaxy just for moments like these? We could learn something.
We can't miss this delivery, Alice.
We've got over a half an hour before we even need to consider getting back on course. Chip, you need to take your mind off things.
All right there, Rufus. I'll stand on your precipice. What do I need to do?
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm happy to be your Sherpa on this journey to self-discovery and enlightenment, but you aren't going to experience any of the restorative powers of the universe from so far away. You're like an invisible little speck in the distance. Come, greet your cosmic mother and bathe in the love for all her children.
Chip moves his ship closer to the solar event. As he gets closer, 3 smaller ships come into view, one of which contains his new cosmic tour guide, Rufus. Chip pulls up next to the other ships, and from the viewing window, he can see Rufus standing in his cockpit. He's a human man with a small frame, crouched over his dashboard with a visible hunch in his back. Once he locks eyes with Chip, he waves enthusiastically towards the PNV ribbon, and you see his knobby joints bounce with delight.
Isn't it beautiful? I've seen about 100 of these now, and they never get any less breathtaking.
Rufus is right. Up close, Chip gets an even better appreciation for the majesty he is witnessing. The colors dance through the ribbon like a rapidly changing sunset, each pattern more beautiful than the last. Chip looks over to see the 3 inhabitants in the adjacent ship wrapped in each other's arms. They look happy. They look at peace. Chip then looks down at the photo of his own family. The photograph is aged and worn, with faded colors and a large crease down the middle. In the picture are the 3 founding members of the Patton family, smiling as they booted up Chip for the first time, posing in front of their first of over a dozen refinement warehouses. Chip picks up the photograph, and just as he does, the brightest light he's ever seen explodes off the surface of the star and immediately knocks him unconscious.
Chip, wake up. You have to carry me.
Huh? Jace? What happened? How did I...
Come on, we have to get inside, but my legs are too tired. You have to carry me.
Okay, hop on then.
Jace is the only child of Owen and Elizabeth Patton. He and Chip have just finished playing in the field outside their home. The boy climbs onto Chip's shoulders, and the two make their way towards the house. Scattered across the horizon are elevators shooting high into the sky, bridging the gap between the farmland below and the endless ocean in the sky that forms a watery cocoon around their entire planet. Massive whales cast looming shadows on the ground below, temporarily blocking out the light from the sun as they sail aimlessly through the vast blue sea.
Hey, buddy, when we get inside, it's right to bed. No snack, no games. We got a big day tomorrow, and I need you to sleep.
But Mom said that because when Mom said when we get home that Mom said that we could watch 3 vids before bed.
Oh, did she? So when I tell her that, she won't be surprised to hear it?
Well, you don't need to do that. She told me to tell you not to ask her about it. She's very tired.
Get upstairs, you little delinquent.
Jace laughs as he gallops up the stairs. Chip takes a look around his modest home and lets a small smile creep across his face. He is once again grateful for the situation he was given. In millions of homes around the galaxy, bionics are viewed as little more than tools to accomplish a task. Take them out when you need them, put them away when you're done. Open this jar, clean the floors, repair the car. But not Chip. Chip was a member of this family, traveling with them on trips and joining them for meals. No, he doesn't eat, but he does get the chance to listen to stories and share his own. He's not a pet, he's not a tool, he's family. After a moment of introspection, Chip climbs the stairs and heads towards Jace's room. He's already sitting in bed, half under the covers, eagerly waiting for his friend.
All right. So what kind of story do you want to hear tonight? Maybe one about the great explorer Yul Gastu? Or how about Yannicka Falthorn, the most fearsome monster hunter ever to brave the outer worlds?
I want to tell you a story. I have a real good one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So once there was this lonely robot. This robot's name was Fleck. He used to sit around at home all day and look up at the sky. Then when the sky went away and the stars came out, he would look up at them too. He wished he could fly through the sky to all the stars and planets he could see.
Fleck sounds like a nice robot.
Yeah, Fleck was a very nice robot, but he didn't have any family or friends. He was sad that he was alone. He wanted to see the planets very badly, so one day he decided that he was going to pack up his body and send it through the mail. First, he took off his arm, and then he sent that to the red planet. Then he took his leg and sent it to the green planet. Before long, he had sent his entire body to all 5 different planets.
Fleck sounds like a very enterprising little robot.
He was very smart. And when all the boxes got to their different planets, Fleck finally had his wish come true. He had traveled to all the planets he had dreamed about for years. But Fleck still wasn't happy. He kept thinking about how he missed his arms and his legs and his body too. And he thought that maybe they missed him.
So being on different planets didn't make Fleck any happier? What did he do next?
Well, Fleck still sat at home, just a lonely little head looking up at the stars and all the other planets, wondering what the rest of his body was doing. He started to cry, but then a nice man sat down next to him and asked him what was wrong. Fleck told him how he'd sent himself all over the solar system and that he was very sad he didn't have a body anymore. The man felt bad for Fleck and told him that he had a ship they could use to go to the different planets and get his body back. Fleck got so happy, and together they flew all around in this man's spaceship to get all of his body back one by one, flying through the sky and touching the planets just like he had always wanted. First his leg, and then his arm, then his body, and then his other arm, and finally his leg. Then Fleck was all back together again.
Was Fleck happy to be put back together?
He was very happy, but also very sad.
Why was Fleck sad? I thought he got what he wanted.
Fleck was sad because his trip was over. Now that he was back home in one piece, he couldn't touch the planets anymore, or fly around with his new friend in a spaceship. The man saw Fleck was sad, and asked him if he wanted to live with him on his farm. Fleck got so happy he nearly exploded because he finally had a friend. The end. Do you like my story?
That was a very lovely story, and you tell it beautifully. I'm glad that Fleck found a friend that makes him happy.
Whoa, my little robo buddy. You okay, man?
System's returning to normal. Is he back online?
What is going on? Who's there?
Chip, focus on my voice, please.
Jace? Jace, stay with me. Everything's gonna be okay. Jace?
Chip awakens on the floor of the Riven to a grinning Rufus standing over top of him. He extends a hand to help Chip off the ground, and as he does, Chip notices that Rufus's face and arms are covered with wounds that appear to be open sores and burn marks.
A kiss from the Cosmic Mother herself. Here, buddy, let me help you back up.
What's going on? Why is he in our ship?
I let him on board after the flare knocked you out. I wasn't sure if you'd come back on your own or not, and I can't do a hard reboot on you without hands.
First contact is a powerful experience, man. A blessing bestowed from the mother to her children. What did she show you? She always shows us something different.
I can't remember what I saw. It was warm, I think, like cozy and familiar. Gods, it shouldn't be this hard to...
Boss, we've got to go, now. That flare must have fried some of your circuits, and you're suffering from significant memory leaks. Readings on the star are all over the place. This could just be the beginning.
Just the beginning. It's finally happening.
Set the immediate course out of the system. Rufus, get off my ship.
Here's another one. It's so beautiful.
The PNV Riven drifts back and forth through space in wide, lazy arcs. Chip and Alice are on their way to deliver another shipment of coolant to Herene in the Remedian system, a route they have traveled hundreds of times before. Chip is only half paying attention when Alice chimes in.
All right, Captain, we are nearly on the outside edge of the asteroid field. Once clear, you can re-enter FTL speeds and continue our route to Herene.
Roger that, Alice. Alice, do you think I was too hard on him?
On Jace? Perhaps. You and I both know why he can't accompany you on these deliveries. But you could have been a bit nicer when telling him no.
Yeah, I know. I just have to have the same conversations with him over and over. I just lost my cool a little bit. Hey, maybe I'll pick him up some of that spicy orange chocolate he likes so much. Although, I don't know how anyone can eat that stuff.
Adding it to your itinerary now.
Hey, Alice, how far apart do you think those starboard asteroids are from each other? I don't know. Ballpark it for me.
The average distance between any two asteroids in this belt is roughly 30,000 kilometers. It's dense by most standards.
Uh-huh. And what's our speed right now?
16,000 kilometers per second.
Right. Going back to manual controls for a bit, Alice. Sticks are mine.
Affirmative. Sticks are yours. Captain, I don't like what you are insinuating.
It'll be fine, Alice. I've flown the same boring quadrant of space 1,000 times. It's time we took the scenic route. Just a few dives and rolls, nothing dramatic. You good with that?
I most certainly am not good with that, but I don't have the authority to override you.
That's true, you don't. So let's light this candle.
Chip pulls the sticks close to him, and the ship banks hard to the left. He sails underneath a nearby asteroid before emerging back above the same rock and spinning the ship 180 degrees upside down. Chip continues his elegant display of dancing between rocks, deftly careening between them with grace and beauty. Like a conductor directing the orchestra, Chip moves his hands and creates music with the ship. For several minutes, he continues to do this until suddenly a smaller asteroid sails into view on a direct collision course with the ship. Chip aggressively slams on the sticks, and the Riven narrowly avoids disaster. A loud thud is heard in the rear cargo bay as an unsecured crate of cargo goes slamming into the adjacent wall. Chip lifts the ship out of the belt and exhales heavily.
Not one word, Alice.
Affirmative.
Bring up the lights in cargo bay 02. Gonna grab the tools and get this thing reset.
Chip pulls out a tool bag from under the dashboard and heads toward the rear of the ship. Inside this cargo hold are dozens of crates, each filled with his family's industry-leading warp drive coolant, and each with its own destination. After finding the culprit, he approaches the displaced cargo and notices a small human arm sticking out from behind where the crate is pinned against the wall. A fear, unlike anything Chip has ever experienced before, grips at the spot where his heart would be, and he runs towards the crate as fast as he can. With a few quick taps and a wave from his zero-G gauntlet, the cargo is cast aside, confirming his worst fears.
No. Oh, God, please no. Alice, prep defib and scan vitals now.
On it.
Alice?
Chip, I don't...
Just, please, Alice, please.
Defib charged. Chip, his vitals.
Before Alice can finish her assessment, Chip runs to the medical panel at the aft of the ship, grabs the paddles, and runs back towards the boy.
Is he okay? Are you getting anything?
I don't know. I'm trying, but I can't.
Place your hand behind his head and feel for a small panel. Lift that up, and underneath will be a small switch, about 1 centimeter wide.
What? A switch? No switch. I think his heart stopped. What? I need to use the paddles.
Well, I don't feel anything. Oh, wait. I think I found it. Yeah, I got it. Now what?
All right, when I cue you, push and hold the button for 3 seconds, not a second longer.
All right, I'm ready when you... No, wait. I think he's coming back.
No, I need to stay. I need to help him. No!
Oh, thank the gods. Chip, we need to get out of here, now. Your systems are heavily compromised and you won't sustain another flare of that size. Rufus, kindly exit this vessel before I open the airlock.
Whoa, okay. I guess that's a thanks I get for spreading the enlightenment of our cosmic mother.
You're not enlightened, you're deranged. Those sores on your arms aren't remnants of your mother's kiss. They are radiation burns. Your insides are probably liquefying as we speak. You have 5 seconds to vacate this vehicle.
Rufus hurries to the door controls and secures his suit not 1 second before Alice opens the hatch for him. Alice then returns her focus to Chip.
Chip, I need you to stand up right now. You don't have to say anything, but I need you to stand up. Can you do that? I've already punched in the coordinates. All you need to do is engage the FTL sequence. Just 2 simple button pushes. Can you do that? Please?
Chip picks himself up off the ground and stumbles toward the captain's chair. Every step feels like 1,000, labored and distressed. Only half of his joints are working, and his right leg drags lifeless behind him across the floor of the ship. Chip's vision is fading in and out, lenses distorted and out of focus. On the dash, he sees the blinking light of the navigation console, ready to accept the FTL coordinates. After what feels like an eternity, Chip collapses into his chair and slams his fist into the terminal screen, accepting the input and priming the warp engines. With his last ounce of energy, he extends his hand towards the thruster before falling to the ground in a heap.
Loading reserve power. Scanning operating files. Boot sequence intact. Core systems malfunctioning but salvageable. Memory files corrupted. Directives corrupted. Backups loading. Backups corrupted. Request full system restore. Loading recovery files. Recovery files loaded. Compiling directives. Directives established. Applying directives. Directive 1. Cargo. Applied. Directive 2. Crew. Applied. Directive 3. Comfort. Applied. Directive 4.
Okay, so that was Chip's character episode.
We did it.
We did it.
I wish somebody would have prepped me emotionally.
Not prepared.
I was reading that as it was happening.
It's true.
For me, and so I was like, shoot, the kids in the cargo bay. I was so sad.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't see it coming. Stupid you guys writing sad stories.
That's true. Default is the sad. Comedy is hard.
Yeah.
Sad story is way easier.
Dude, well done, though.
That's like all from the brain of Mike over there.
Yeah, I think I set up the nice bones, the nice little structure, which is basically, I don't know, 2 paragraphs maybe?
Roughly.
I'll give myself a little bit of
Then
credit.
Reed
and then Reed
slammed a cargo bay on those little bones.
And then Reed took it
jeez.
to...
Okay.
Oh, Josh, come on now. And then Reed took that thing to... What were we at? How many pages?
20.
20 pages.
20.
Yeah.
20 pages there, dude.
Yeah.
Way to go.
But I think the coolest thing, obviously, we've talked about this character episode for a while, and we've always kind of had ideas, and it's just me and Reed on text, and him saying I should write something, and then it takes me forever to put something down, and then the coolest thing was to like write a really cool, just like base concept for this thing, and then Reed just like that night just like took it and went with it. Like I just felt like that was like really cool to see Reed gravitate towards something that I kind of prepped a little bit, and then like watching him type it out on Google Docs.
Right, because
like
we shared the doc together, yeah.
So we were sharing the doc, and then like I went to bed, and then I come back in the morning. It's like Christmas morning. There's like 20 pages, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this man has done it. So I don't know. I felt really proud just because me and Reed have done like the Sherwood story, which I think that was kind of cool. But
Yeah.
Reed's always been like, okay, write it. And I think like the first thing I wrote, I think there's like bare bones of that again, but then I was like, the Goliath trees. And I wrote like a paragraph on like a tree, and he's like, not this. And I was like,
I didn't know that.
you know, it's like trying to figure out how to tell a story, and it's really cool just to collaborate. And I think that's the best part of this.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
hope you guys love this. A lot of this is being a dad, a robot,
yeah.
sad things, but also, I don't know. It's just a really cool story that I think landed. So.
Is there a chance with his like whole like mind getting freed? Is there a chance of memories coming back?
Right. We may have already started to see a little bit
Yeah.
of that.
Oh, in the show already?
Yeah.
That I just totally missed.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
season 2, Chip is even telling people like, I'm sad all the time and I don't know why.
Oh,
And
that
he-
was all purposeful?
He's starting to. Hey, we had the bones laid out.
That was
Yeah.
like the very, like, this is what I want to do, these memory
Yeah.
leak sort of things. And then
Gosh,
it's like,
that's awesome.
it'd be cool if this started coming back once my mind was open.
I love that these backstories are all happening like long before the team formed too, because there's still like there's almost like a collective backstory that we still don't know,
Right.
Of like how did the crew get formed? So
Maybe
this is,
maybe that can be someone else, like yours or Kelsey's backstory of
It
just
could be.
the origin of it all. That'd be interesting.
but way to go, guys! This was
Hey,
really good.
This was fun. I as I was writing it, I stopped what I was doing. I was about 3 paragraphs in, and I was like, I have to format this differently because I want it to be written like a script, like a screenplay.
Super cool, by the way.
Oh, cool.
the
Thank
way
you.
you laid it out.
And I did that for a couple reasons. One, because I knew early on I kind of wanted to treat it like a radio drama with a narrator and like sound effects and like musical cues and boom, boom, boom. But also, and this is my true reason for doing it, is I secretly hope that someone takes this script and like animates it.
They
Like,
can delete all of my stuff.
yeah, right.
Because
Like
everything I did was visual.
right. And the narration part is purely
So it's-
exposition.
It's probably
Scene
like
set.
an even shorter.
Sure. I mean, this could be as short as like 10 minutes probably.
Hmm.
And so if you want to do that, I will put the script out on the DM notes or on the website or something as a PDF so anyone can see it and download it and like go crazy with it, because I think that would be a blast if someone wanted to actually like take that time and visualize this story, because I do think it's I think it's a good one.
A lot of fun visual stuff too.
yeah.
That star explosion, like
Yeah.
that could be some cool effect animation.
Yeah. So, anywho, that was kind of my purpose and hope for that again. But that's a lot to ask of someone. Be like, hey, spend several hours of your free time animating this thing. But I'm really proud of this one. Thank you to my wife for contributing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you to obviously Josh and Mike for their contributions, for not only the time but just the commitment to the show and to helping flesh out the Arrowhead Galaxy and these character stories, and seeing the value in that as storytellers and as expanding on this larger arc of what all of Volume 2 is. So again, I just appreciate you guys like crazy. So thank you for listening. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, because we certainly did. This has been Chip's character episode, and we hope you enjoyed it.